Hello, everyone, and happy holidays, happy holiday season. And I am today going to talk a little bit about Tesla and the healing frequencies, healing techniques that are based on Nikola Tesla's philosophies. So I came across a supposed book that was a transcription of Tesla's journal. And Nikola Tesla, for those of you who don't know, he was an inventor and he was a genius, really ahead of his time. Did a lot of work in the early 1900s, and really wanted to give humankind free energy. But energy was his thing, it was his shtick. So, and he was really genius with it. He did actually figure out a way to transmit energy without wires, but because he wanted to give it to humankind for free, and it wasn't going to make money, it wound up being shut down. So, unfortunately, a lot of his genius was underground until more recently. And yes, the Tesla car is named after him. And they're more and more discovering the genius that he was back then. And so, this journal that supposedly was confiscated and is resurfacing now, he writes a lot about how he came to have such amazing ideas and so far ahead of his time with his inventions. And a lot of it had to do with his own frequency. So Tesla believed that everything is energy. Not just believed, this is science. Tesla, Einstein, all of the great science people, scientists of the last century and even prior to that, really identified the frequencies of all matter, everything. Even solid matter isn't really solid, because if you look into the core of the atoms and you get subatomic, it's just vibrating particles that quantum mechanics has some really wild and wacky things about the vibrating particles popping in and out of this dimension. And then, I mean, that's a whole deep hole that we could go down, but I'm going to redirect it back to relationships and healing, and how that can help you with your relationships and overall, especially because we're coming into the holiday season, and that is so beautiful and wonderful. We get to spend time with family members and also have the potential for old family triggers and wounds to resurface. So, using the Tesla healing techniques, we are, you can really reframe your perspective. And a lot of our reactions, our psychology, our emotional experience, our nervous system experience is really tied into our perception. So if you can find the right frame that is believable for you, then that's going to really go a long way to help shift your perspective. And here we have a question. How can frequency-based healing, sound, vibration, EMDR, rhythms, breath work, support my emotional healing? That is a very deep question, and I am going to come back to that. Because right now, the first step in any of it is to find a frame that you can really buy into. Um, and so the healing starts there. Now, Tesla's healing techniques actually are really interesting because it ties in science with law of attraction. So, for those of you who know about law of attraction or don't know about law of attraction, it's a theory on how we can create and manifest a better life, how we can manifest the relationships of our dreams, how we can manifest joy and ease and harmony and love and lots of money. And so the whole theory behind law of attraction is that you want to imagine that you are in the vortex, which is really imagining that you have it even when you don't. So getting yourself into that state, that mind state. Now, that is all well and good, but at least what I experienced when I was trying to do it for myself is it's very hard to get into that mind state when you're looking at the reality around you and it doesn't match. So it's really hard to find that jump. And what I'm finding with the Tesla frequency healing and the perspective from Tesla is that it kind of does that perception shift for you. It helps you reframe. So it becomes easier to get yourself into that state because it's not really about feeling as if. What's behind it, what's beneath it, and what the most important thing is the vibration. So what Tesla wrote about, supposedly, if this was his writing, even if it wasn't, it's genius and it's real super cool. So is that we are basically like antennas. And our brain, our heart, our gut, our nervous system is emitting frequency wavelengths. And that wavelength, it goes out and it travels out from us and it connects up with other things out there and draws them back to us. So what happens in the problem with law of attraction is that when you're getting your mindset into the place as if, there can often be an underlying, yeah, but I don't believe it, or fears or limiting beliefs that can get in the way. And so coming from this perspective can really help to reframe so that you're more able to really get into that frequency, because it's not about acting as if, it's about finding the vibration of that thing that you want and then matching your own vibration to it. And so that can actually, that just for some reason to my mind just makes so much more sense. So when you think about what is it that you want? I want to have millions and millions of dollars in the bank, or I want to have, we can go simple, and I just want to have a happy holiday. I want ease, I want joy and laughter, and I want calm experience at the holiday dinners. Then you think about, and this is, now we bridge a little bit away from logic, from your logical mind, because this is more where we kind of get a sense. So you get a sense of what that vibration might be, what that feeling is. What does it feel like to be happy and joyful and laughing and easy, fluid connections and conversations? All of it is just easy and feels great. That relationship is great. You're nervous about seeing your mom or your dad because they might bring this up or that up, or politics, or whatever you might have some reservations about. You just find the vibration first. Try not to even get literal. Try to just bypass all the what ifs, what could be's, what could not be's, and just get the vibration. Get a sense of that vibration of feeling good, of ease, of laughter. And then match your body to it. Match your gut to it. Match your heart to it. And there's some really interesting research that shows the heart actually has a stronger magnetic signature than the brain. So, and the heart sends a lot more information to the brain than the brain actually sends to the heart. So, get yourself into the frequency first. Then, definitely sound, vibration, EMDR, rhythms, breath work, all of that helps. And there are frequencies that um, are known to be associated with certain emotional states. So, for example, anger. Anger is a lower frequency. Love is a higher frequency. And there are certain actually heat signatures that are known to be associated in the body with the different emotions. So, if you wanted to use sound healing, if you're finding yourself anxious a lot, then you want to tune in to a healing frequency. And I don't remember the numbers offhand, but it's really fascinating. And I can, if you're interested and you want to know what the numbers are, send me a DM and I'll send you those frequencies for love, for peace, for harmony, for abundance, and anything else that you would like to focus on. And then EMDR, EMDR isn't really about vibration, but it is about syncing up the hemispheres of the brain, which that's a pretty fascinating topic too, where, you know, the left hemisphere, if you're right-handed, the left hemisphere of your brain has to do with language, logic, and reason, and the right hemisphere of your brain has to do with your nervous system and your emotions and your intuition. And so the more you can really start that dialogue back and forth with your logic brain and your nonlinear brain, with your mind and body, the more access you have to yourself as a full human being, the deeper self-alignment you'll have. And that's really the focus of what I do at Love Therapy Center, which is about self-love. And self-love is not narcissistic. Self-love is one of the most generous things that we can do for anybody, and especially the people that love us. Because when we reject ourselves, then it makes it so much harder to interact. It's those fears and those rejections of ourselves that wind up causing us to have snippy reactions, or explode or shut down in our relationships. It's those little shadows of self-rejection. And so anytime you find yourself getting really irritated or mad at somebody, pause, take a deep breath, and wonder, what am I rejecting in myself? Because ultimately, if we were to really fully be aligned and accepting of ourselves, there's nothing that anybody can ever do or say that hurts you, because you got you. You're your ultimate best friend, your ultimate parent. You can reparent that inner child, send love to that inner child, and give that inner child a big hug. Maybe even say, I'm sorry for not being aware that you're there or listening. Um, so, and the healing frequencies from Tesla can help you to get there, right? So the healing frequencies are about the body. Psychology, I think, up until this point has really mostly been about the mind. Cognitive behavioral. It's all brain, and it's not very much oriented into the body. But the body is half of our intelligence. It's half of your brain, which, if you are right-handed, is your right hemisphere. Emotions, intuition, nervous system. Left hemisphere, language, logic, reason. So we really need to learn how to connect more to our bodies and soothe the body, find ease in the body first. And really, this is something I say to my clients all the time, and I'll say it exactly like this. Nothing, and I mean nothing, nothing matters more than that you feel at peace and ease in your body. Because when your nervous system is firing off, it hijacks your neocortex. Your neocortex is your center of logical, rational decision making. And when your cortex is offline, you're not going to make decisions or take actions or try to solve anything in a helpful way. At least, I'd love to be wrong about that, but 99% of the time when we are activated emotionally and our nervous system is firing off, most of the time we will be doing and saying things that are self-destructive. So nothing matters more than feeling peace and ease in your body. And for this holiday season, I wish you peace and ease in your heart, in your gut, in your shoulders and back and legs and arms and hands, and in your body. That's it. Happy holidays. I will see you on the third Saturday this December. And let's see what that date is. Third Saturday is the 20th, right before Christmas. So join me if you are going to be attending any holiday parties or dinners and want to talk about how to handle it, get answers on how to handle it. I'll be here answering questions if you have them. Happy to help if I am able. Saturday the 20th, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. If you would like to schedule a consultation and find out more about our services at Love Therapy Center, hop on over to the website at lovetherapycenter.org. And we also have a free download there for you, a self-love and communication guide. And you're welcome to that. It's very helpful in really learning how to reframe your communication, and it's magic. I love it when I do therapy with my couples and watch the transformation, and it really is the foundation of the work I do with my couples. So anyway, love you guys. Hope you all have a wonderful couple weeks, and I'll see you on the 20th. Bye.